How you doing? Bobby Dirkens here. Thanks so much for joining me for my post-game reaction to Tennessee and Georgia. Georgia wins ball game. Duh. It's like that Billie Eilish girl singing that bad guy song. I like it for some reason. Where she goes, duh, in the middle of it. Yeah, Georgia won the ball game. We knew they were going to win the ball game. Halftime, Georgia put up a touchdown right before the half to make it look legit. Volunteer Roadshow's in here. My condolences, my friend. But here's what I want to say. Tennessee ended up losing the ball game. Georgia ended up pulling away. I said that at the halftime show. Here's what I'm going to go back to. First of all, this Brian Maurer guy, or however you pronounce his name is. There's one complaint I have about Pruitt's staff. Uh, um, is I know the kid got hurt that one time. I had to pull him out because he was trying to find his spleen. I think they knocked it out of him. But two things. First of all, you let Garantano play consistently all the time without pulling him out. And it had to get really, really bad before you even considered to pull him out. Put Maurer out there. Kid's playing. Maybe he doesn't pick up everything you've been wanting him to pick up. Then you start putting Garantano in there. This before he got hurt. So if anybody sits there, you sitting there going, well, Bobby, he got hurt. I'm not talking about the time he got hurt. I'm talking about you put Garantano in there for years, it feels now. And you put him out there. Garantano could come in and just absolutely throw a bunch of interceptions. You barely do anything to him, all right? Maurer comes out there and he just doesn't give you the production he was giving you early on, which, by the way, is the best production you've had all season. And you start trickling in Garantano. I don't get it. I don't get it. Georgia ends up their depth. Everything just started taking over. Here's one thing for Tennessee. If Tennessee had an offensive line who could actually protect the quarterback, you'd be amazed what they could do. No. Do I think they're going to be some juggernaut? No. Do I think they're going to lose to Georgia State and BYU and even they might have actually made a run in this game? Yeah, I'm telling you right now, it is almost like his offensive line hates him. No matter who they put back there, they hate their guts. I mean, it's almost like we need to give you some money. I'll pay all you boys up front to block for me extra good so I don't get my intestines knocked out of me. Anyway, Georgia wins the ball game. We knew that was most likely going to happen. Had some troubles there with Tennessee. Tennessee is I really feel bad for my good buddies like Volunteer Roadshow who's on here, which, by the way, go subscribe to him. Not because I said to subscribe to him, but because he's actually worth it. You probably subscribe to much less and pay for it. This guy's amazing. Go check him out right now. Got a bunch of people saying may there to me. May there to all of you. May there to all of you. I'm glad y'all are all on here right now. Here's the thing with Georgia. First of all, Georgia best team in the East. I know Florida won today, and all you Florida Gators should be happy. You should be happy right now, okay? You should be happy right now because your defense does not look like they're lost. If you have any side of the ball wander out there like somebody who's in the first stages of Alzheimer's, you're in trouble. But your defense looks really good. I hate that anybody would ever get hurt playing ball. Okay, y'all know me, I don't get personal. I ain't fickle. But Trask is playing well. He's playing good. Y'all finally beat Auburn. You beat Auburn. you kind of got that out of the way. As I said on my other video, I heard somebody this week going, I'm telling you right now, Auburn's going to beat Alabama. In which year? Not this one. But we know Georgia's going to beat Florida. I know it. You know it. We got a few other people who knows it. Prince 6'1" just said, yeah, Clemson beats Notre Dame 30-3, and Notre Dame's overrated. Georgia barely beats Notre Dame in Athens, and all of a sudden they're a tough team. You're actually right. Us Clemson fans are used to that. Y'all don't play anybody until the playoffs, and then we beat basically everybody we ever played. Ask Oklahoma how easy it is to beat us. Ask Ohio State how easy it is to beat Clemson. Ask Bama how easy it is to beat us. I know a Georgia fan's probably going to put up the all-time record of Clemson playing. So if we're going to start talking about all-time records, we can start talking about Yale and Harvard and how great they are. You know, Yale and Harvard won 95 national championships when everybody was in World War I trying to kill the Germans. Let's go Harvard. Killing it, Harvard. Go Crimson. No, listen, Georgia, y'all know me. I respect Georgia, have a lot of respect for Georgia. Georgia and Clemson are the two closest legitimate competition to each other for either school. I know Georgia Tech's closer to y'all. South Carolina, the Gamecocks might be a little closer for us. I said legitimate. Jermaine Dunbar Trucking, May there to you, buddy. Glad you're here. Said, what do you have to say now? Go Dogs. I will say this, that y'all are a good football team, but I still ain't impressed. Still ain't impressed. SEC East looks like death warmed over. Florida is a little better. And the only reason that happened is because, and listen to me, y'all know I don't pick on people. I'm not going to sit here and talk trash about Felipe Franks because I have two boys, and if anybody talked trash about my boys, I'd find them somewhere and rip them a new butthole. With that said, best thing that ever happened to Florida, listen to me, is that Trask is playing for them, right? So Florida is now they're more respectable. But Georgia, until you beat Bama, yeah, I'm not impressed. You said, so does Clemson impress me? Yeah, we won a national championship past 2 out of 3 years. Why wouldn't I be impressed? And we're talking about this year. Talking about this year. Clemson always does this. Go back. Look in the past. Clemson always does this. This year, buddy, yeah, we'll play y'all and we'll beat you. If y'all make it to the playoffs, we'll see you there, and we'll beat you. Last year don't matter, Jermaine Dunbar said. Guys, y'all hear that? We wiped the national championship clean. We don't even exist as the defending national champions. Georgia, who comes in thumping their chest with their last national championship, fresh off of 1980, they're the team to beat. Yeah. Hey, listen to me. Clemson has an easy schedule. I admit it. Clemson has an easy schedule. We can't help that Florida State don't know how to hire a head coach. They went and hired somebody who was 6-6 at Oregon. I don't know why in the hot place they even thought about hiring him. Right? Mark Carter says, play someone. We tried to add Miami to our schedule. We didn't know that they were going to get caught with hookers and more cocaine than Columbia could ever produce and they'd end up basically having to tank their football team. We didn't know that Virginia Tech, who when we brought them in was just a few years removed of Mike Vick, that it was going to suck. Uh, that's fine with me. That's fine. I love Georgia fans coming on here talking trash. Y'all don't know this, but I love to go back and look at my board from just a couple of years ago. It is hilarious how many of y'all are talking trash and this, that, and the other. And you know what's so funny? How many national championships we have over the past 3 years is 2. How many y'all have had over the past 30 is 0. It's hilarious. Hilarious. One thing I give Georgia. Now, I got some good Georgia fans on here. I appreciate y'all. I like you. Ryan Video says, regardless, I'd love to see UGA and Clemson play. I'm not talking trash. That's fine. I'm reading a bunch of comments on here. I didn't have a stroke. I didn't piss myself. Maybe I did. Oh, I love this. I love when Georgia fans tells us we need to go. Ryan Videos, you're right. We do need to play more. Prince 6'1" says, I'd love to see UGA and Clemson in the playoffs, but they keep choking against Bama. You're right. Listen, y'all. We were waiting on y'all last year. And y'all had that big lead. Y'all had that big lead in Atlanta against Alabama. And we were all looking at each other going, you know what? Finally, we get to play Georgia. We don't know why it hadn't been scheduled. We don't get it. We want to play them. It just makes sense. And then you blew it. Do you realize this? It is hard for y'all. It's hard for Alabama to keep being number 1 if you beat them. And that's why you let them win. Because you did not want to ruin what your big brothers are doing. I get it. It's family. I'm watching a piss bucket game right now. Got Washington and Stanford right now. Eric Odom said, you have to admit, though, Georgia gets better every year. With Rick, we never stood a chance. Now, I'm going to admit to you, I think Mark Richt is a really good guy. I think he is a really good guy. Y'all did piss away a lot of talent with him. This is Kirby's 4th year. One of the good things one of the good things, and I got a bunch of good comments I'm saying right here, it's funny. One of the good things about Kirby is that is his second year, he got you to the national championship. One of the worst things that ever happened to y'all is that in Kirby's second year, he got you to the national championship. Now you just expect it. Especially in the East. He's a good guy, head coach. He is not. You're right. I think Rick is a good guy. I think he's probably a good positions coach. He's a good coordinator. There are some great comments going on right now. Somebody just said Clemson plays in the high school league. I've already said we tried to get better players or better teams. You know, we brought in better teams to play. We did not see them sucking. I mean, Virginia Tech ended up blowing it. Miami ended up blowing it. But here is the thing the SECers don't want to hear. And I know what SECers say. SECers says this. We play in such a tough conference. By the time we get to the playoffs, man, we're so beat up and emotionally drained. We don't know. We don't know what we're going to do. And y'all played nobody, so So y'all are so fresh and so clean, clean. Oh, Lord, it's funny. Hey, listen. I respect Georgia, too. I respect Georgia, too. I do have respect for Georgia. But one thing I've said about Georgia for years, yeah, the East has not been tough in a long time. The East has not been tough for a long time. When Florida went to the pisser, that was your time. When Florida went to the pisser, that was your time to take over. There was no question of whether you win the East. We're talking about playing good teams. It's like if Clemson loses a game this year for the rest of the season, regular season, you are 100% right. 100% right. If Clemson loses a game the rest of the season, yeah, you're right. It sucks. Because it's not that great. You go to the SEC East and you lose a game? It's tough every week. Shut up. It's who you're playing. That's like me. I still go back to the UNC game last week. Shouldn't have been that close. Clemson does what they always do. Clemson does what they always do, and they piss around for the first 4 or 5 weeks of the season. Everybody thinks that they're basically playing the Red Hat ladies. Everybody's making fun of them. Then they get into the national championship and they beat Alabama by 4 touchdowns. Listen to me. Listen to me. I know this is a new season. I'm just telling you the truth. That just happened like 8 or 9 months ago. We're not talking about 2 years ago. We're not talking about a year ago. My point in all I'm saying right now, go back and look over the past 4 years what Clemson does. Clemson pisses around in their first 4 to 5 weeks. They go when they have some great awakening, and it is what it is. I think it's hilarious. Carolina Jackpot's on here. Good to see you, buddy. Glad to see you. Says they're doing Osterine. Yeah, we do. We got a new shipment of Osterine coming in this week. You know, if y'all were smart down there, y'all'd get y'all some Osterine. If you're also smart, you'd fire your baseball coach who won you 2 national championships, who, though, is a good guy, oh, but doesn't know how to hire. First of all, your women's basketball program is elite. Every night I go to bed, I beg God that Clemson's women's basketball would absolutely start tearing it up. Killing it. Clemson is not going to be a complete university until we have female national championships. I can't wait. Can't wait. Ray Tanner's a good guy. I like Ray Tanner. Had a lot of success. He doesn't know how to pick a coach. Muschamp could not win at Florida. There is no chance in a snowball. I'm talking about a good wadded up snowball chance. In more than 4 or 5 hot places, he's going to win at South Carolina. I do agree with Prince 6'1". I beg to God, Will Muschamp stays. Actually, I'm starting a Patreon page, keepwillmuschamp.com. Hashtag spell champ with Muschamp. Well, listen, y'all, I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to let y'all all go. I got on here, I rambled, I rumbled. I even broke wind a couple of times. Somebody says, how much beer do you have? Not enough. Eric Odom says, I'm looking for your Patreon page. Yeah, don't do that right now. Eric Odom says, Uncle Lou. Yeah, Uncle Lou's probably happy right now. He's probably happy right now. I think Florida's going to play them a little better than what they think, but it is what it is. If Georgia drops a game in the East, um, I don't. They shouldn't even be in consideration for the national championship. Well, listen, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna stop here. I need to do a reaction to Auburn and Florida. It's good to see all of y'all. Can't wait for the Clemson game next week. Listen to me. 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 Next weekend, Pigskin Pete. Yes, the diplomat. Print 6'1", another diplomat. Tiger Nation, my buddy. Tiger Nate, my oversized buddy. Very tall guy. Would not piss him off. We're all going to meet at the Clemson Florida State game. Now I will stop right here. We'll stop right here. I said as soon as I found out Alex Hornibrook was transferring in from Wisconsin and Florida State, I said they needed to start him. I said I like Blackman, but I just don't think he has everything that he needs to do his thing. Right. Of course, they didn't see my video and they didn't agree with me. Listen to me. It took Blackman getting hurt. Hornibrook comes in. 2 games he plays in, they win. Now, do I think they're going to come into Death Valley and beat Clemson? No. I think that last week and going into this week has been hell week for Clemson. I know Dabo, he looked at the country and he said, a win is a win, and we're thankful. Do y'all really believe that bunch of PR bullcrap? Because I don't. I think he said, a win is a win. He protected his team, and then he got out there on practice field and looked at them and said, yeah, we should have won that game by like 3 or 4 touchdowns. What's going on? Sterling Sword says, I think Florida State play y'all tough for half. Maybe. I don't think that's a bad call. But we're going to be at that game. We're going to have a good time. It's going to be fun. Last year, somebody tried to fight us. That actually happened. Tiger Nate wasn't there, but if anybody's ever met Prince 6'1", pretty big dude. I'm not a midget. I mean, my God, I don't want to pass myself off for a dwarf or something. He's just a really big dude. All right. That was really a lot of fun last year. If you want to meet us at the SO Club, I'm not talking about anybody who might be out there who would like to try to hit us. And Tiger Nate says, I got your back, Bobby. Thank you. I might be average size. I'm wild like a bobcat. If you want to meet us at the SO Club, we'd love to meet you. As long as you're not weird. We're not going to be involved in multi-level marketing. We don't want nude photos. None. We don't want to be debauched at a rest area. We just want to go to the game, watch Clemson win, kiss hands, shake a few babies, and go home. That's it. So if that is what you want to do, we'd love to meet you down there next week. So listen, y'all be good. I hope you have a good evening. If you're out riding about and stuff, y'all be good, be safe, get home safe. I'm Bobby Dirkens. You keep showing up. I'll keep showing out. Bobby Dirkens.